Hi, I am Nicole Hind and I am a counsellor online and in Bellingen and in Coffs Harbour, and I'm just adding a little touch to a six-piece blog post, and I'm just pulling out one of those pieces and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. So this is a post that's about lost identity. At lots of stages of our lives, we can really feel like we just don't know who we are anymore, and it's really unnerving. It's a really uncomfortable, um, horrible place to be, and it can be so uncomfortable that sometimes we're not even fully aware of it, and we just kind of push it away and kind of keep going, and just kind of go in sort of on in robot mode. And I guess that's okay. We're going to be kind to ourselves, but there might be a number of things that you find yourself doing that might be kind of supporting more of the robot mode, when what you really want to be doing is just feeling a little bit more like you. So that one of those things can be that you just love riding the nostalgia train. Everybody loves, reflecting on fond memories, but some of us can get really stuck on that nostalgia train where we're just constantly revisiting in our heads with other people a time that was better, a time that we're just having a great life, where things maybe seemed easier or more fun or more meaningful. Any of those things. And, it's great stuff. But it can be a trap, because the thing about our memories is that they are not infallible, and we often, add things or leave things out, and, the whole rosy coloured glasses thing. And, so, we know that, but we're often not really fully aware of how much we do that. And, and a really good example is that, okay, say that you are house hunting and you see a house that just grabs you, just takes your fancy, you just love it, and you see a particular room in that house, and you put it in your memory, and you really think you've implanted it in there. And then you walked away with this great feeling, and then you haven't seen it for a little while, maybe a few weeks, maybe a month. And then, you go back to that place and you walk into that room and it just doesn't look quite as good as you remembered it. It doesn't mean that you don't love it anymore, but it definitely can mean that you're like, it's definitely smaller. It's not quite as, beautiful or perfect, or, whatever it was that just really grabbed you at the time. Sometimes for a lot of us that can actually really break us down, that we're constantly living in the rosy coloured glasses, we're constantly on the nostalgia train, just, being so fond of the past that we kind of forget to live in the now, and nothing that's happening now can ever match up to the nostalgia train. You can get trapped on that train. So part of this blog post is giving you a whole bunch of questions to ask yourself, maybe to do some writing if you're up for that, but if not, even just to invite some reflection for a number of reasons why you might be experiencing a case of a lost identity, and in particular, one of those things can be about how often are you riding the nostalgia train. And what is it telling you about your life now? What is it that makes that train just so attractive that you just can't stop getting on it? That's holding you back, that is stopping you from actually living your life now. What are the things that you loved about some of those times from the past, and how can you bring them into the now without wanting them to be exactly the same, and also not exactly the same, but the same that you've created in your memory on the nostalgia train that's not actually real. Food for thought. If you're keen to read the whole blog post, please jump on. I'll be inserting this into the blog post, so this is a little bit meta now. But yeah, if you're keen to actually read that post and get yourself some really hot tips and some really thoughtful, creative, different, unique things to ask yourself and to spend some time with, then please visit my website www.unveiledstories.com and jump straight to the blog tab. Open that up. You can also jump on my list and sign yourself up to get blog posts directly in your inbox, which I try to do weekly, never more than weekly. I try to do weekly, sometimes it's a little bit less. And I also send out personal emails that only people on my list get. So, which kind of again talk about some of these deeper topics and maybe a bit more behind the scenes, a little bit more about, I guess, therapy and about myself as a therapist and how that might fit with you and work for you. And also some of those broader things about what's happening in society right now and ways that affects our mental health and ways that we might be able to address that. That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.